Mini pepperoni makes a great portable snack. It's made of red meat or poultry. This protein-packed snack can alleviate even the most serious hunger pains. The meat sticks are fermented and dehydrated, so they don't need to be refrigerated. This brand of mini pepperoni is made entirely of pork. It comes in a variety of flavors, each made with different seasonings. First, they prepare the raw meat. They combine different cuts in specific proportions to attain their target meat-to-fat ratio. The meat comes from the pig's back, shoulder, and belly. The butcher loads the pork into an automated grinder. It grinds the pork until it's the right texture for mini pepperoni. The meat was frozen, then partially thawed before entering the machine. As a result, the pork grinds cleanly. The seasoning recipe includes paprika, cayenne pepper, dextrose, anise, and salt. They also mix in sodium nitrate, a preservative that prevents bacterial growth and gives the meat a cured flavor. They load the ground pork into a mixer and pour in some lactic acid bacterial culture, which will kickstart fermentation later. Next, they add the seasoning mix and a pre-measured amount of concentrated liquid paprika. They continue mixing for a couple of minutes, distributing the ingredients evenly. Then they transfer the ground pork from the mixer to a meat buggy. They roll the meat buggy over to the filling machine and empty the contents. A worker loads a tube of sausage casing. The casing is made of bovine collagen. The filling machine pumps out 1.6 ounces of ground pork, then twist the casing between each one to form a link. The machine feeds 25 link chains onto a hanging line. The line spaces them out to preserve their perfect sausage shape. One casing tube makes 100 links. Next, they ferment, smoke, and dry the meat. Workers hang 3 dozen 25-link chains on each smokehouse rack. Then they roll the rack into the smokehouse. First, they humidify and heat the links to approximately 77 degrees, triggering fermentation. The lactic acid bacterial culture starts feeding on the dextrose in the seasoning. The process increases the acidity in the meat, preventing harmful bacteria from growing. It also produces a fermented flavor. After about 14 hours, they lower the temperature and humidity to halt fermentation. Next, they start up the smoke generator, which they've loaded with maple and beechwood chips. They run several smoking cycles until the links change color and acquire a slightly sweet and smoky taste. Then they raise the heat again to cook the meat thoroughly. Finally, they dry the links in a temperature and humidity controlled room for a couple of days. Workers separate the links and put 10 into the bottom of each tray. The trays go into a vacuum packing machine, which sucks out the air, then seals the top with plastic. The pepperoni is tested by an in-house lab before packaging. They confirm that the moisture content is sufficiently low and the acidity reading is sufficiently high. If it is, the final product is considered shelf-stable, meaning that it isn't perishable and doesn't require refrigeration.